Are you a non-writing writer? If your answer is yes, then perhaps you didn't know becoming a freelance writer is the best way to get the most out of your skill and make money online. But how to become a freelance writer? To begin with, of course, you need to have a laptop, a stable internet connection, and of course, a passion in writing. So make sure to watch this video up to the very end so you will learn how to become a freelance writer. And in this video, I will also guide you and share with you the tips and tricks on how to become a freelance writer. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. If you are new in this channel, my name is Manilyn, a full-time mom, a freelancer, and a virtual assistant. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and please hit the notification bell button so that you will be notified every time I uploaded a new videos all about making money online. If you have any concerns, clarifications about this video, please feel free to leave a comment down below. Alright guys, so before we discuss how to become a freelance writer, it is very essential to know who a freelancer in the first place. So a freelancer simply refers to a self-employed person who sells their services to companies or individuals on a contract basis. So these contracts can be a long-term or a short-term goal. So a freelance writer is someone who writes for an individual client or a company or agency. So due to your flexible work hours, you can manage it as a side hustle or a full-time career, or it depends on you, whichever you guys prefer. So if you want to get started with your freelance writing job, so in this video, I will discuss all about freelance writing jobs. So make sure to stay with me up to the very end of this video so that you will not miss any information about it. Freelance writing is like managing your own small business. You won't only be writing but also coping with tons of other things from proofreading and editing to networking and also content marketing and of course managing payments. So in other words, it requires a solid skill to succeed as a freelance writer. So yes, it may sound a little overwhelming, but success doesn't come easy after all. Nonetheless, if you stay dedicated, consistent, and passionate, success isn't a far-fetched dream either. So before you communicate with your first client, so make sure you have these skills. So first, you need to have sound writing skills. So if your basic grammar sentence structure is good, so congratulations! You're a few steps away from becoming a successful freelance writer. You do not necessarily have to have exemplary writing skills to excel in the field. Nonetheless, you shouldn't be a terrible writer either. If you have general writing ability, you can gain competence gradually by improving your skills and selling your work if you are a beginner. So you can use an online tool like Grammarly to check your writing for grammatical errors, punctuation mistakes. Besides, make sure you do your research as well. So wrong information in your written work can be a huge turning off for your client. Second is editing and proofreading. So as a beginners, many writers overlook the importance of editing and proofreading. So when you are typing, you can easily blunder sentence structure, spelling, and punctuation. So editing and proofreading are often used interchangeably, but there is a fine line between both. So when editing, you work on a sentence construction and correct errors with language clarity. So on the flip side, proofreading requires you to check your work for miss or incorrect punctuation like spelling, typos, and grammar. So to ensure you do both well, step away from your work for a while. Proofreading and editing cannot be done with an exhausted mind and you might not spot your mistakes. So just after you completed a long, tiresome article, read your work with a fresh, objective mind. Also try reading it out loud and then the errors will jump out at you. And the third is being organized. So if you are an organized person and wondering how to become a freelance writer, I highly doubt the sincerity of your question. Yes, you have the freedom to set your working hours, but don't let this privilege get in the way of your success. The blogs or articles you'll work on as a freelance writer have a deadline. So running out of the given time frame can cause you to lose clients. And if you are not organized enough, perhaps you'll struggle to meet the deadline. So make sure you set a specific working hours and avoid distractions and work from the same place every day. So for example, like in a coffee shop, a public park, or in your bedroom, or even in a library, or anywhere around your house. So this will help you stay more organized. And besides, being realistic with committing to your client. So tell them how much you can crank out in a given time and stick on it. And now let's discuss what are the types of freelance writer jobs. So first, this is called copywriting job. So copywriter is the goal of copywriting is to sell the target audience to your brand. In other words, copywriting is meant to persuade the reader. So through ads, landing page content, slogans, scripts for YouTube or TikTok commercials, and any other social media platform. The second one is called web content writer. So web content writers aim to attract the target audience to your website via SEO. So they dedicated hours to research to produce engaging and relevant content that helps build a brand's reputation and connect with relevant customers. So most writing pieces center around marketing services and products, but not always. So a few also inform as and educate the readers. And the third one is called ghostwriter. If you write content that gets published under someone else's name, you're a ghostwriter. So ghostwriting isn't limited to one form. So you could be writing blogs, a series of books, or autobiographies as a ghostwriter. Several celebrities hire ghostwriters to write their autobiographies. So what is the average salary for a freelance writer? So your average salary as a freelance writer depends on a number of factors. So the type of content you produce is the platform you're working on and your expertise. So a content writer who consistently produces content might earn more than a featured writer who only writes occasionally. So similarly, the price range can also vary depending on your skill level. So as a beginner, perhaps you'll charge less. A skilled writer will demand a lot more. So like in Upwork, LinkedIn, and freelancer.com are a few popular freelancing platforms to find long or short-term clients. So an average salary of a writer on Upwork is between 30 to 40 US dollar per hour and around 42,000 annually. So if you are just starting on your freelance journey, keep your rates less than top-rated writers. So you would need to do some homework in this regard. So however, don't keep them lower than the average rates of that particular platform. So how to get your first job as a freelance writer? If you were scratching your head and wondering how to land your first job as a freelance writer, here are some popular killer ways to make your way into freelance market. First, join in any social media group. Are you truly serious about looking for online work but aren't on social media? Social media is a goldmine for landing jobs. So be in Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter. You cannot get enough of these platforms. There are plenty of freelance writing groups on Facebook. So make sure you join the most popular trusted Facebook groups and apply to the job posting like the freelance content marketing writer group. Next is build your own website. So a professional looking website is a great way to attract high paying clients. So try building your own personal blog during your spare time. Later, you can reach out to your clients or use your blog as a portfolio. A writing portfolio is your chance to display the work you're proud of, while you can always upload writing samples of your previous work. So it's best to write a sample that aligns with a client's need. For instance, if a client is looking for someone to write diet articles for a sample, then perhaps the pet article in your portfolio won't work for them. So a writing portfolio is your chance to display the work you're proud of. So while you can always upload writing samples of your previous work, so it's best to write a sample that aligns with a client's needs. So you might be questioning yourself right now, how do I become a freelance writer with no experience? So well, every experienced professional was once a beginner. So if you do not have any experience but are passionate about writing, consistency and patience and also hard works are all you need to proceed. As a rule of thumb, begin by gaining some writing experience. So you can always apply for jobs later on. There are plenty of platforms for that purpose, but first, you must know how to write. Another question is it easy to become a freelance writer? Freelance writing has its pros. So you work from your comfort zone and have flexible working hours. So do you think it all works magically and out of nowhere? Realistically speaking, you need to put a lot of effort into building your skills and staying consistent to become a freelance writer. It would be wrong to consider this journey a walk in the park, but it's not daunting enough to discourage newbies. So, nothing in the world comes easy, and freelance writing is no exception. If you have a general writing skills and the ability to stay focused and determined, you'll eventually be a successful freelance writer. So go slow and don't give up. And that's it, guys. I hope you learned something from today's video. If you have any questions, clarification, please feel free to leave a comment down below. So thank you for watching, and that's all for today's video. So I hope to see you on my next video. So bye for now, and God bless everyone. Happy earning!